So today I'm going to show you an advanced OA sourcing tactic. And this is where you take a retail website and you basically convert it and export it into a spreadsheet. You upload the spreadsheet to a scanning software, like a wholesale scanning software, and it will run through the entire retail site for you. Now, there's programs that do this for you, like Tactical Arbitrage, but it has a limited list of sites. So if there are sites outside of that you want to be able to scan, you can do it yourself and import them to any software, Tactical Arbitrage, Scan Unlimited, whatever it is, and you can run a retail site just like a wholesale list. So I'm going to use the site popmarket.com, for example. I've tried to do this a couple times to show you guys some results, but a lot of websites just don't have enough items on there to find any positive ROI matches. And they have 4,500 items in stock, so there's bound to be some good profitable items, at least a few. So I just pasted the URL into the software I use called ScrapeStorm. This is a scraping software that makes it kind of easy for the non-programmer person to use. And just hit the Get Started button, and it's going to start automatically mapping all of the details on the website to how it's going to export it as a spreadsheet. So it's pretty good at doing this automatically, which is the ideal scenario. Sometimes you have to customize it. So I'm going to add image here, but basically you can see it pulled in the title. So Funko action figure, Five Nights at Freddy. It pulled in the title link, the image avatar, and then the price. All you really need is title, link, and price to be able to run through a software. So now that that's done, I'm going to hit the start button. I'm going to hit start, and it's going to start scanning through every single item on the URL I put in, and it's going to put it into these columns. So you can see it's going pretty quickly. It's exporting the titles, title link, avatar, price. Okay, good. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to take okay, so it was getting stuck on item 50 a few times, but I went and remapped the paging on it, and now it seems to be going through. It's on item 270. So I'm going to pause this while it scans, and you can just see it's exporting everything into columns perfectly. It's going pretty quickly, but I'm going to take a break, let this run in the background. Okay, so it looks like it didn't quite get through the whole website. It got through 1,750 items, so that should be enough to export. I'll have to look into why that is, but you want to export as a CSV file because most softwares accept CSVs. Only some of them will accept other formats. I'm over my limit. I've exported 8,600 rows, so I can only export about 1,300. So I'm going to change the amount I export to 1,300 rows, and then at midnight it will start over again. I can export another 10,000 tomorrow. Okay, so that was exported to a spreadsheet. So the next step is to open up Tactical Arbitrage. That's what I'm going to use to run this wholesale search today. So I'm going to upload the spreadsheet that I just generated right here. And then Tactical Arbitrage will ask you to map all of the columns to their columns. So from memory, I know which columns match because ScrapeStorm always exports it pretty much the same way. So title is going to match product title. Price matches price. There's no UPC. There's no ASIN. Avatar matched product image. Product URL matches title link. And then the product identifier, we're going to go with title because we don't have a UPC or an ASIN. So I'm going to hit upload, add new source. I'm going to name it Pop Market. And then I'm just going to hit this search button. And this will probably take I want to say an hour, maybe 90 minutes to get through this many items. So I'm going to move it up. So I just moved it up to the top of the search queue and tactical arbitrage. That way it will prioritize it, and it's going through the products, and I'll be back once it is complete and see if we have any positive ROI results. Okay, so I'm gonna start going through some of the items, even though it's not quite anywhere near to done. It's checked 213 items and it's been about 13 minutes, so it's still got about 80% of the way left to go. What you'll find when you use softwares like this is that maybe 1 in 1,000, maybe up to 3 in 1,000 results will actually be matches and profitable. So it's, you know, you have to sift through a lot of the data, but just going through, some of the images showed up. Some of them did not translate here. But let's just see if anything matches based on the title. That doesn't match. But again, this is normal when you use these softwares. You get a lot of mismatches, and they're similar, but maybe they're a different color or something like that. I have my settings on very loosely because I find that it misses stuff if you don't keep it loose. And so that's just how I prefer to have it. Let's see. I'm going to click on this Demon Slayer toy. I know those are kind of popular. So it looks like they're similar, but see, this one isn't standing on any kind of a platform. This one is standing on a platform, so I don't think that's quite the same thing. So very, very similar. It's possible, actually. Oh, we have a UPC code here. So I'm going to copy and paste the UPC. And I'm going to put the UPC into Amazon and see what comes up. Nothing. So we don't know that that's a match. Okay, let's check on this. That looks a lot like this. Yeah, it looks like we have an actual match here. These are the same. So that's $34. We can also see you can get a 10% off coupon. So that would be minus $3.40. So that would be $30.60. And it's selling for $57. So $30.60. That would be a $10.17 profit, 33% ROI. But the rank isn't really good. It's 409K. So if we check the Keepa offers tab, 17 of these have sold the last 30 days. So if I was just sourcing for myself and wanted to just add a couple of these to the cart, I would just maybe add like 2 of these to the cart and keep on scrolling. I don't want to get too many of something that sells 17 times a month because there's competition. But you can just kind of go through the items and you can get into higher ranks. That's a strategy. Just going really light into the higher ranks. So let's see if there's any other matches here. Let's check this. Good Smile Company. I get a lot of tabs open. So now remember, we have a 10% off coupon. So 10% off of 31. That looks like a match right there. Would be $3.10 lower. So that would be $27.90. So let's see how much profit there is there. So $8.88 profit. That's a 31.83% ROI. And that's after tax and 75-cent shipping to FBA, 75-cent per pound shipping to FBA. Now, I wouldn't personally go for these margins. What I do is wait for the whole thing to finish scanning, go through every item, and pick the top margin items. But this has sold 18 times in the last 30 days, according to the Keepa offers tab. So that's, again, you could add another 2 of these to your cart and just keep stacking up those items. And you could end up with, 10 items when it's all said and done. So let's check out this item. Got a lot of tabs open here. Let me close them down. That looks like it could be a potential match. Let's see if that's a match. So no, that one has purple on the suit, so that's not a match. Did we look at this one already? I think we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, Silver Hawk. Okay, let's check out page 2 here. Okay, so we got this toy. There's not going to be much profit potential there. Okay, so we're just gonna let the search keep going, but you can see how it basically works. You just upload your scan file and then you sift through the results, and hopefully you get some juicy ranks and juicy profits in there, but really just showing like how this process actually works. And you can do this with any website that allows scraping. And I use this, I don't know, maybe like a couple times a month, maybe like 1 week of the month, I'll go kind of crazy with it. It is kind of tiring to go through so many files because you put in all the effort of scraping the sites and exporting and uploading the spreadsheets, and you don't really find a lot of results with a lot of these websites. I use this for more obscure websites that are not on things like Tactical Arbitrage. And to be honest, they're kind of obscure for a reason, right? There are not that many profitable items on them. They're not huge websites. Like a website like Kohl's that has inventory refreshing every day is more likely than a tiny little site on the corner of the internet to have profitable items to flip. And so it is a good way to get through this without having to go through all the items manually. And then what happens is in the future, you go through a bunch of these sites and you see which are actually worth maybe running again in the future, which you might want to do every week or every day or every month. And you kind of can build your list up of sites that you frequent doing this method. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to have some more advanced sourcing content rolling out, hopefully in the near future.